If you're trying to accomplish something awesome in your life, one of the biggest things that holds you back and gets in your way is a bad habit. Okay? And what I want to do in this video is talk to you about some awesome ways of getting rid of bad habits. I've used these to great effect, man. These are fucking super tools and super tips. I'm going to share all three of these with you. And the point of this, getting rid of bad habits, is I'll go back to a quote from Jim Rohn that I love. He said, "Success is a few simple disciplines practiced every day." Okay? And he also said on the opposite end that failure is a few errors in judgment practiced every single day. So pretty much what he's saying there is that bad habits will keep you from success. Bad habits can destroy your life. So I want to give you these three things, and I want to teach you how to get rid of bad habits and start to incorporate better ones and new ones in your life so you could have success and have the best fucking life that you can, man. So let's jump right into it. So the first thing, let's use what's a habit? Okay, so say you want to stop using social media, right? Let's say that's one. Whatever you want to do. You want to quit something that you're doing that you know is a bad habit. You've isolated the bad habit. So one of the best tips that I got this tip from actually another YouTuber, and he said to come up with a motivation list and put it in your phone. Okay? And the motivation list is the reason why you're going to do something. I have guys do this on every single boot camp that I teach. So on the first day of boot camp, I say, I want you to write down all the reasons why you want to learn how to talk to women. I want you to write down all the reasons why you want to meet women. And I have them write down everything really deep because, I want to have a girlfriend, because I don't want to be lonely, because I want to have someone to share experiences with, because I enjoy intimacy, because I want to have a life partner, because I want to start a family, whatever it may be. You write down all these things, okay? And let's say your bad habit is staying in on the weekends and not going to meet somebody. So if you are now, it's time to go out on the weekend and you are not motivated to do it, and you don't want to do it, what you do is you go into your phone and you look up that list and you look up all the reasons why you want to do it. And you say, fuck it, man. Look how important this shit is to me. You know what? I'm going to go and do this. I'm going to get out there. Another thing you do too is not only the things that motivate you, but the things that happen if you don't do it. This could be just as, if not even more powerful. So let's say going to the gym and eating healthy. So you have eating healthy, right? A lot of people have trouble with that one. I have trouble, making food at home and eating healthy meals. I like to eat out a lot. So if you write down, when I eat unhealthy, when I eat out and I eat shitty food, I gain fat. I gain fat around my waist. I gain fat, and it makes me feel insecure. It makes me feel less confident. It winds up costing me money that I could be saving and investing for my retirement. It winds up making me feel like shit too. I know even myself, when I eat out and I eat food, I never feel as good as when I eat food that's back at home, because I know the ingredients are in it. If you write all these things down on that list and you have it in your phone, when you have that trigger to do the bad habit, you pull open the list. That's the key to this. You pull open the list and it'll keep you from doing it, okay? If you know that social media makes you anxious, makes you depressed, makes you compare yourself to other people, makes you feel a lack of confidence, and you could be spending your time doing something more productive towards your goals, if you go on social media and you see that and you read that list, you're going to be less likely to do it, okay? So this motivation list can be very powerful. Keep it in your phone, keep it in the notes app in your phone, and add to it. Add things, add times where you've relapsed on your bad habits, and sometimes when you've relapsed and you felt like shit, that helps reinforce it even more. Okay, so I didn't want to eat shitty today, but I did. I gave into the bad habit, and man, I feel terrible after. I feel X, Y, Z, and really write that in there. So now when you go back to the motivation list, you want to eat unhealthy again, you say, oh, well, look, I just did this last week and it made me feel X, Y, and Z. You won't do it. This is a fucking great tip, man. I think you guys should really try this one out. The second tip, which I got from Tony Robbins, is to replace a bad habit with a good habit. Okay, a great example of this is I have some friends who have gotten sober and quit alcohol. And just about all these friends have replaced drinking with fitness. That became their new obsession. My one friend's been sober for 6 years, never went to a meeting, got just cold turkey, and he got super into yoga. He started going to yoga 6 days a week. He lost a whole bunch of weight, got in great shape, and it's a meditative practice, man. So yoga's been really beneficial for him. I have another friend who now meditates, who goes to the gym, and is really mindful of his health and treating himself healthy. And that was the new habit that he started to do instead of drinking. So I think that's great, man, is to take a habit and replace it with something else. Okay, if you usually stay and so like social media, for example, I was using social media too much, so I deleted it off my phone, and now I put the Kindle app that's, on the bottom of your phone. There's like, you can put the phone and the messaging. It's that one thing that even if you scroll, it always stays in the bottom. So now the Kindle app is one of the main things on my phone. So instead of going on social media, I'll pop open the Kindle app and I'll read a few pages off of books, and I know that'll be much better for me. So I've replaced reading on my Kindle, on the Kindle app on my phone, rather than going on Instagram or something else like that. So that's another great way that you can replace a habit. And the third thing I got from the book, I believe it was from The Happiness Advantage, is to make it harder to do the bad habit. Okay, this is a great little mind trick for you. And the reverse, this is very important too. The reverse is actually very important for enforcing good habits. So one example they gave in the book was that if you want to practice your guitar more and you want to get better at guitar, if your guitar is in the guitar case, it has old strings on it, and it's in the attic, how often do you think you're going to pull that guitar open and bring that thing down and play it and go put it back? Okay, so I believe in neatness and tidiness and organization, trust me, but certain things that you use a lot, you should leave them readily available for you. So I'm filming in my cell phone in my car right now, okay? And what I used to have to do is, I had a tripod that had all these little fingers on it. I have to wrap it around the steering wheel and like move it around and this and that, and like try to get the angle, and it was all fucked up. So I went on Amazon and I bought a suction cup that sticks right to the glass in my car, and I leave my lapel microphone that I'm filming with, I leave this in my car, okay? So when I want to film, all I do is just bring my cell phone and go into my car. That's it. Go into my car, the suction cup thing is there, the microphone's right there. It makes it so much easier for me to film my videos, rather than, okay, I got to get this tripod and put this dinky little thing over here, get the right angle. Now I got to go get this microphone, bring it back out. I put the stuff in a position to make it easier to do, okay? Have your gym shoes closer to you, ready to put them on and go, right? Make all this stuff easier so that you can do it. That's the one side of it. And the other thing is, if it's a bad habit, make it more difficult to do. So if you uninstall Instagram and give your password to your friend, and you have to have a conversation with your friend on why you want to use it for him to give you the password back to you, you are not going to use Instagram, okay? You will not use it. If you are watching, let's say you're watching pornography or something like that, you want to cut that out. If you put blockers on your phone, if you put blockers on your browser, you're not going to watch that type of stuff, right? If you do things to make the action more difficult, you will be much less likely to do it. If you put your cigarettes that you want to smoke, if you put them in the attic, in the guitar case, and put them all the way up there, you're less likely to smoke the cigarettes, and you make sure that you have to do that every time. You'll be much less likely to smoke the cigarettes than if you're sitting in your front pocket with a lighter, okay? So making these things harder to do and putting them further away from you is probably the best idea. If you're gambling or something like that, and you live in Las Vegas, that's gonna be a tough place. It made me even need to move somewhere further away. If I want to go out on the weekends and meet women, I live 4 minutes away, 5 minutes away from the places I like to go. I've made it easier for myself rather than harder. So the good habits, make them easier for yourself. Could be even moving and making some big changes. And the bad habits, make them harder for yourself to do, okay? So these are really powerful tips that have helped me. And one of my best qualities that I definitely learned from my father, and he instilled in me, is discipline. I'm a very disciplined person. I'm very good at eating healthy and getting out and staying on my goals and all this other stuff like that. Because for me, it's just simple. It's like, okay, like I said with the Jim Rohn quote, you do the disciplines over and over again, you're going to get the results. So for me, I know there's certain things that are going to get in the way of my goals, and there's certain things that are going to help me with my goals. So I just say, let's not do those, and let's do these. I make the good ones as easy as possible to do, and the bad ones, I either just cold turkey eliminate them, or just make them really hard to do, or use these other motivators, like I said, coming up with that list and other stuff like that. So if you have some bad habits that you have had trouble kicking, let me know what they are. I can help you in the comments, or maybe talk about them specifically and whatever they're related to. But please use these tips, man. They have been very, very impactful for me. And let me know what you think of them in the comments below. And when you are ready, I'll have the next video for you queued up here on the channel.